Meanwhile, another East Coast board meeting takes place. So tell me, boys, is everything proceeding according to plan? Yes, sir, Mr. Big. Our friends in Hollywood have the industry in an uproar. They're America's sexiest on video show is the talk of showbiz. How about that? I was wondering how this tied back into whatever the heck we were doing. There's every indication it would be the smash hit of the fall season. And we found the perfect way to attack our little straw dog. I've discovered a new hyperactive political action committee called Conservatives Against Nearly Everything. Sounds about right. I don't want to accidentally click through anything here. We never hear from these two guys. You notice that? I'm not sure they're pulling their weight in these meetings. I'm sure they would be willing to become the focus of a national campaign to clean up the airwaves. I'd like to propose to you, boss, that we make a little investment in the health and well-being of Kane. You know, a little something to show how much we support their cause. Raising Kane. The room is filled with suppressed laughter. Well, boys, I think you know I'm always interested in raising Kane. There we go, got to it before Mr. Big did. The laughter becomes unsuppressed. Love that his eyebrows are so high they are floating above Mr. Big. This bunch sounds like the perfect group to be the vanguard of our little protest against the filth of the airwaves. Why don't you make a little anonymous contribution to our simple little friends at Kane, eh, boys? Meanwhile, back in your limo. Sir, we've arrived at your destination. I hope your journey was a pleasant one. Here we are at LAX. Love the stretch, man. Alright, so let's try our dork car. What was it called? Aero Dork, that's what it was. Whether in the USA or the South Pacific, it's non tonight for you on Aero Dork. Let's try it in this machine over here. ATM. I don't like that there's a parachute on the passenger there. Welcome, Cliff Taurus. It's a badass name. Where to today? I guess we'll just go in order, top to bottom. We'll start with the first file we investigated. New York, the 440 to New York. You can use your number pad to enter your code. The keys match in position. Oh, maybe there is password protection, actually. There is, isn't there? Beep, beep. That, and, EE. Hopefully this is right. Hopefully if it's not, let me know. I heard a click. I guess we're good. Feeling good. Nothing. Oh, that's a trash can. I thought polyester didn't wrinkle. I thought that was the whole appeal. Nothing in the trash can. In this Leisure Suit Larry game. I like that they gave it. They tipped the hand right there. All right, so are things charged? Normally you could charge your camcorder here at the airport, but there you go. Symbols were supposed to be hard to photocopy out of the manual. I guess that's why they chose them. A little too intricate. Ladies, you guys Muffy. Once she was Aerodoric's red-headed, red-blooded, red-hot temptress of the flight path. Now she's lucky if she even sees a pilot. That's Buffy, Aerodoric's blonde bombshell. Once she was a highly motivated employee. Once she was a highly trained professional. Once she never forgot to ask, "Did you want some fries with that?" Don't do that to Buffy. Don't do that to Muffy. Don't do that to the plant. All right. Fair enough. I think we got to give our ticket to the ladies here. Let's check. Most of these airports have something unique to them. This might be the exception because it's our first airport. Put your butt in the ashtray. You can see the socket over there on the left. Get that away from me, dork. Anything you have, I don't want. All right, fine. All right, we gotta... It's all automated, right? While the boarding pass proves you have a flight on this airline, it doesn't prove you have enough class to be admitted to the exclusive Aerodoric Chartreuse Carpet VIP Lounge. Let's show them our card. Okay. I love that the security camera nods as if to say, come on in, Larry. I trust you. So much for that. Do we get points for that? Coffee, just another example of Aerodoric's extravagant attitude towards his customers. Freshly brewed coffee just for you. I'll have some. Yuck! This pot is boiled dry. Nothing remains but the stench of burned coffee. Paintings. I love the number of things in this game you've always admired. Last time you saw art this nice, you were in Tijuana. Alright, I think this is where we feed our pass into the, a little early. Another few minutes, okay. Fair enough. Well, are we ready? Oh, now boarding, alright. That's pretty good. I don't remember that at all. That's fun. Speaker's none too clear. I like this Steam version of the game. Clearly not what I played last time I played this game. Your boarding pass is sucked up into the side of the ATM. Here we go. All right. Into the sky we go. Always feels a bit like Sleepless in Seattle, which came out... Actually, it would have come out a couple years later, I think. Maybe they ripped off... Rob Reiner, folks involved, ripped this game off. What do we got to read? You know the magazine because you take the magazine because you never know when you might be having so much fun that you need something boring to read just to calm down. Can I eat my little meal right here? You'd fold up the tray table, but then you'd have no place to rest your stomach. Fair enough. Good idea. Save this in case the restroom runs out of paper. Thought we could read it. Instantly puts us to sleep. Always feels like we're about to head into Mixed Up Mother Goose. For those of you who get the reference. God, she's beautiful. You'll never do better than her, Larry. Now I'm wondering if she was even real. Doing a performance in front of the Lincoln Monument. Is that what's going on? Can we get some little pop-up? So much for that. Meanwhile, oh great, you'd think, another lousy crowd, and on a Saturday night too. It's like 2 people. Too many drinkers and talkers, too few listeners, you think. Are there any good places left to play? Another grimy week on a grimy stage before another grimy scene in a grimy office with a grimy little nightclub manager. Just what did you expect from a club called the Piano Pit, Patti? That's right. We do play as the titular passionate Patti in this game. Finishing your bows, you head to the manager's office. Now I suppose I'll have to endure another scene with that cheap club manager. The perfect way to top off a perfect week, you think sarcastically. Probably getting hit on and... all just every single day. A sexy walk. Oh well, chin up, positive attitude. Right. You feel positive he'll be a jerk. Does that say Jenny and Jerky? Well, Andy, that about wraps it up for me. Looks like you've had another good week. Funny you mention that, Patti. He sounds a lot like Mr. Big. I was just getting ready to talk to you. You did enjoy the show, didn't you, Andy? You ask with your best smile. Oh, Patti, it ain't me. You know I like you just fine. It's my boss that don't. Julius doesn't much care for small audiences. Julius, he says your fans listen to too much and they drink too little. How ironic you were thinking it was just the opposite. You can't see how he and his backers can be expected to make a profit like that. It's ironic that the Piano Pit manager knows a Julius. A Julius. Let's pull it back. I don't want to tip anything. But Andy, he's gonna let us go after everything we've done? It's not me, honey. You treated me just fine. I'll be sorry to see you go. But? Julius? Well then, give me my pay and I'll get out of here. I guess that's the other thing. I can't do that. Son of a... Julius says your contract was never valid, so he doesn't have to pay. What an SOB. What? Now you're saying I don't even get paid for the week I've worked? I had to file a grievance with the musicians union. And he'd say, yeah, good luck with that, or you should do that. See how far that gets you, right? Not exactly shaking, he replies. Do what you have to do, Patti, but if you ever want to work anywhere in this town again, yeah, for free, you SOB. On an SOB streak, apparently. His meaning is not lost on you. Goodbye, Andy. Somehow I expected more of you. I don't know why. Patti, take my advice. Play more commercial. Give them what they like. A broad as good looking as you could really pull them in if you just get smart. You gotta get on that grunge craze there, Patti. That's just taken off in 1991. Andy, when I start taking musical criticism from you, I appreciate it if someone would just put me out of my misery, you say, leaving his grimy desk. Again with the grimy. Again that walk. We get any tips at least? That pig. God, I wish there was some way to get even with this rotten crooks that run this stinking business. Wait for it. Maybe on the next screen? We'll have some sort of recourse. Poor Patti. Once again, you're too hip for the room. Entering the brisk night air, you notice a dark figure leaning against the far wall. Hard-boiled detective right here. Evidently he noticed you. You aren't afraid. You handled rough situations before. After all, think of all you went through back in Leisure Suit Larry 3. That's true, man. Working through that jungle, that was something else. We're lucky we still have the chests that we do after that game. Good lord, we fell so many times. They made reference to it, too. Patti, I'm Inspector Desmond of the Federal Bureau of Investigation. If it's alright, I'd like to request a few moments of your time. It's a nice shot. I like the animation style they went for with this one. But of course, Inspector, you reply. Nice trench coat. You too, easily recognizing your joke. I'm here on behalf of your country to ask a favor of you. Go ahead, Inspector, but I usually don't grant favors on a first date. Besides, I'm not the private eye type. And we're not Laura Bow over here. He smiles again. Oh, you won't have to do that, Patti. You see, you're exactly the type we need. Do tell, Inspector Desmond. Got that chin dimple that drives us wild, us being Patti. Let me explain. We're right in the middle of a months-long nationwide investigation into the infiltration of organized crime into the entertainment industry. Bit of Mr. Peterman in this voice right here. Peterson. Not Peterman, Peterson. I'm looking for a special someone willing to take some risks, someone without a family, without any social ties, without any extenuating circumstances to get in the way. There you go. Someone who understands the music business, who plays an instrument, and who has the looks, brains, and talent to be accepted by those insiders we're trying to catch. He's got eyebrows that are coming off of his face, too. He must be evil. I know you've been stiffed by these guys, probably many times. I want these guys, and I bet you do too. So, Patti, in short, I need you to go undercover. We'll do it, Mr. Desmond. If it pays. Has to pay more than that last week, right? What do you say? You're taking it back, but considering the requirements, who could be better for the job than you? It would be a sweet to get revenge on these guys, not just for tonight's embarrassment, but for all those other times when you gave your talents for a bunch of ingrates. Heard that, Patti. Man, I've had some bad shows over the years myself. So? But of course I'll help you, Inspector Desmond, you hear yourself say. After all, I recently learned I'm taking the next week off. I guess we're free then. Yeah, there was a lot. The noir films certainly informed a lot of Sierra games in the late 80s and early 90s. Obviously, Oliver Quest for Glory, the Coles were clearly huge fans of that genre. Back at FBI headquarters, all right, Patty, here's the deal. We're convinced of organized crime's considerable influence in the entertainment industry. I want you to use your musical talent to help us obtain sufficient evidence to convict the guilty parties. Fair. That tie. But Inspector, you say worriedly, I know nothing of spying. Don't worry, Patty. Most of the spies we use are amateurs. You won't be licensed to kill. Just keep your eyes and ears open. Learn what you can, take advantage of any opportunities, and try to bring back some hard evidence. See what we can do. See how ours and Larry's, if we're existing in the same reality, kind of running a little parallel. There's some similarities there. We'll make sure you're in the right place at the right time, and you'll be doing good for your country. You think, not to mention getting even with those bastards for all the times you've been screwed in the past. All right, Inspector Desmond, but what places and what times? There are two specific areas of concern. One is subliminal messages in popular music. Our studies link the recent nationwide rise in crime and increased popularity of hard rock music. Forgot about the second one. Baltimore, there you go. Subliminal recordings, overdubbing the studio, handled by a young recording engineer named Reverse Bias. Yeah, it's the second one that I'm just realizing is a bit problematic, but, you know, as long as we acknowledge it's problematic, I suppose it's, you know, there you go. The second area is in the recent flood of obscene rap recordings. I personally believe that records like these are being used by the mob to undermine the moral fiber of our Nathan's youth. Brigands rock indeed. K-Rap Radio in Philadelphia is the headquarters to the rap group Too Live to Screw, who have had an unjustified string of hits recently. I'm sure that place is the center of mob involvement. Well, let me get out ahead of it right now. Patty's going to wear blackface at some point. Let's just say it. It's going to happen. So I'm preparing you. But to Desmond you say, well, all right, Inspector, but I'm hardly an expert in subliminal recordings or rap music. Oh, don't worry, Patty. With your talents, you can easily fake your way through the simplistic noise these guys pass off as music. After all, they're hardly the MJQ. That's funny he says that because the one minigame which is related to like playing music in this game is really hard. I've never been able to do it in my entire life. So, we'll see how that goes. One more thing, a man we know only as Julius has been connected to both these businesses. I think this Julius character may be a key to the entire problem. Anything you can discover about Julius or K-Rap would be helpful. We'll provide you with the background information on all the pertinent people, but it will be up to you to get in and get out with whatever hard facts you can. Fair. Des Revere Records. Okay, boss, I'm on. Now, how do I begin? Earlier this morning, I set up a gig at Day Reverse Records as a keyboard sub on a recording session. And I hate to disappoint Inspector Desmond, but it's so friggin' hard, that minigame. Good lord. I'll try it again. It's like my 4th or 5th time attempting it, but East Coast Tours, our cover story. The government will handle all your travel arrangements. I love that. First class, of course. Yes, first class. There we go. Private limo and our own personal driver. Set us up with a gig at the White House for then President Bush. H.W. Bush. George H.W. I guess 1991. 90 when they were designing this. Of course. Afraid you're way in over your head now. Come with me, Patti. We'll get started right now. It's my best Sam Spade, I don't know. It could use some work, but it's been a while. Love the little Q branch right here, little James Bond. Welcome to our technical laboratory. This is the head of our Office of Asian Field Equipment, Commander Twit. Commander Twit, meet Passionate Patti. Love the dripping sound effect in the background. Good morning, Patti. It's so very nice to meet you. It's a little bit like our, what was his name? Jake Ryan from Blue Force. Likewise, Commander. Thinking that's the first time you ever said that phrase. What is all this equipment you have here? It's wonderful. I've always been very interested in research and researchers. You hitting on Commander Twit? Alright, Patti. You have? Twit asks suspiciously. Well, allow me to show you around for a minute before you begin your indoctrination. Oh, I just love a tour, you say, flashing your best smile. I love that guy trying out the brassiere over there. Fine. Feel free to explore the lab a bit, Patti. When you're ready, I'll give you some information you'll need. Distant relative of Jake Ryan, I've decided. You can see it. Enjoy your indoctrination, Patti, says Desmond, turning to leave, and especially your physical. Forgot about the physical. There it goes. Alright. Excuse me, Commander Twit, I'm particularly interested in this man's research. What's he up to? I suspected you might be intrigued. Dr. Rolfing is working on refining our new infrared heat-seeking surface-to-air vibrator. We feel it will be considerable value as a protective device against certain types of enemy agents. Right for the bum. Alright, so maybe we won't take that. Of course, that works much better when you remember to turn it on and then release it. Alright, how about this guy? Oh, Commander Twit, what are these two men doing? This should be an experiment that I think should be of great interest to you, Patti. These two technicians are working on one of our latest Title IX funded developments, the hair-trigger, double-barreled, armor-piercing brassiere cannon. Love the guy's expression on the right. How interesting, Commander, but however do you fire such a device? That's the beauty of this baby. Just touch your elbows together behind your back. I can't do that, actually. Technician mistakenly believes Commander Twit is talking to him. You idiot! I was talking to Patti! Shouts at the brostling technician. It's all like shamefully bad. You're like, what do I do? Oh well, I killed somebody. Obviously our turnover rate here is rather high here. I hurt my arm and shoulder trying to touch my elbows behind my back. Whenever you're through exploring this area, we'll set you up with the mission-required information you're going to need. You okay, buddy? You engaged in a short but personally meaningful conversation with the brostling technician. We also have the zipper, by the way. Don't do that to the brostling technician. I mean, I don't think he'd mind it. Get his consent, but I'm just saying, we're Passionate Patti. Patti, please step over here to the computer for a moment. I need to take care of your indoctrination paperwork. What's this lady doing, though? Need to get streamer Scop after that move, that's right. First, let's get you a contact telephone number. 555-6969. Oh, 556 2779. Just, I don't know if we'll need that later, I forget, but we have it on. We have it ready. It's kind of true, yeah. Disgusting as it is. Now let's issue a computer account number. I guess I'll write this down too. I don't remember if I need this, so BB37. I can't imagine that we do, but 65 49 37 56. Making whoopee is your password. I think I can remember that, honestly. How appropriate. Now apply security clearance. Granted. And you need some sort of code name. Everybody around here has a code name. He's so happy. How about Agent 88, you suggest? Okay, let's see if that's taken. Well, it appears that was used once, but that was years ago. If anyone knows what that's reference to, let me know. And now, all you have left is your official department medical checkup. Now, safety first, field detector device. Yeah, they gotta put that in. Who we got down here? Ah, yes, Patti. I see you're interested in one of my pet projects, which I find fascinating. This man has developed a high-yield, space-age polymer macrobiotic flatulence-inducing powder. Oh, that's a dude, okay. We feel will be excellent for those times we find it necessary to destabilize a public leader by humiliating him during a major public appearance or state function. It's like the Nutty Professor. I'm flattered. It's just an excuse to work in these zany sound effects, Aloe. We know. That's a Get Smart reference. Alright, good luck. Good luck. Agent 88, that was his number. I would have known that when I was a kid, it's the thing, but I haven't seen that in so long. A lighter dosage may well be preferable. Alright. Let's get Patti here. Or is it Patti? With an I. I guess it is. You look at yourself, you'd like what you see, although I could stand to lose a few pounds, you think. Yeah, it is Patti. Good lord. Patti. I knew it looked wrong as soon as I typed it. But anyway. Perish the thought. I don't know, you were the one that's talking all sweet to him. Alright, let's go get our... That's the door to Dr. Phil Hopian's office. Phil Opian, I get it. He'll fetch you with the field locator device. Alright. Let's do it. I like his walk, too. Agent 88, I'd like you to meet our staff physician, Dr. Phil Opian. Dr. Opian, this is Agent 88. Don't worry about a thing, Patti. You're in good hands with Dr. Opian. Nice to meet you, Patti. Come inside and take off all your clothes. That sounded very natural. Wow, fast worker, you think. Assume the position, he barks. Dr. Phil Opian. Oops, sorry, I used to be a field agent. Old habits, you know. You enter his office, slip behind a screen, and remove your clothes, replacing them with one of those wonderful hospital gowns that leaves nothing to the imagination. Yeah, well, things could be worse. At least he's a good looker, this doctor. Hello, Patti, and welcome aboard. I'm Dr. Phil Opian, staff physician and volunteer gynecologist around here. It'll be my pleasure to be serving you today. That's where he says I love my job. Just pops back up, smile. I love this job. Now that you passed your official departmental checkup with flying colors, I might add, it's time for me to install one of our lab's latest inventions, our safety-first field locator device. Is this really necessary, Doctor? Of course, Patti. This device lets our team of highly trained professional trackers follow you wherever you go. Will this be painful? Of course not, Patti. Trust me. Giant. Oh, okay. It's a little sedative, I guess. Or just something to take the edge off while he does this. Again, last version of the game didn't have that. Let me warm that for you first. They make a meal out of this. They really do.
Oh!
I feel like we're in Life or Death. Life and Death? The DOS hospital-based game. DOS-based hospital game. We had a good time with that one. Oh, Dr. Opian. Get that hard hat. Does he get a drill? Not the last time we'll hear that sound effect. Power drill, though. Anyway, 2 hours later. Alright. We're done. Let's grab the, can we use the computer? MIDI keyboard doesn't have MIDI built in. Fair enough. See what we got here. Japanese can come with this. Oh, the data man. I think we just show this to who we need to. Reverse bias, data pack. Pop that in, just show that to who you need to. And then the, this is the one for the second half. PC Hammer. Very dated reference, but you have to remember how massive MC Hammer was at the time. Alright. I guess we are good. Oh, gotta get the brazier as well. That I hurt myself trying to mimic. The double-barreled brazier from the workbench. Smells strongly of fresh gunpowder. Should we pop that brazier on right now? Over the size of the charge. That sucker's cold. Alright, good to be wearing that at all times, I suppose. Strictly speaking, I don't know that we need to wear it yet, but I don't think they're going to give us trouble at the airport or anything. Again, it was the 90s. Alright, back at Stein Laboratoire. Guess that was next door. Dr. Phil Hopian's office is colorfully disguised as Gyno Man. And the Woodwind Repair Shop. It is an unusual cover for FBI. Alright. Cool. Here we go. And both the CD player and the cassette deck are broken. Here we go. Let's call, what's it? 5562779. Thank you for using US Sprint. You dial Inspector Desmond's office telephone. A familiar voice. Hello, this is Desmond. Hiya, boss. I just wanted to tell you I've found the information I need on reverse bias and PC Hammer, and I'm on my way. Good job, Patty. I knew you wouldn't let us down. There you go. All right. Welp, let's we just show the thing. Oh, we have a nauseous fish in this aquarium too. Sweet. Intercom from the driver's compartment crackles to life. I'm sorry, but I can't hear you through the sound. Oh, I remember him being deaf. Oh, can I get this? It is animated in such a way that you feel like you can. All right. Fax machine. Oh, do we need to call this number again? 5562779. All right. I guess that's it. All right, we'll show him the dealie so he knows where we're going. The Shill Building. It's a great place if you like music. As you drift off to sleep, you begin to dream. Making out with Donald Trump. The Donald. My Donald. I so love this little boat you bought me. I'm going to name it the Tramp Pianist. I love that Patti is always, well, Larry's always dreaming of Patti in his, meanwhile, on a plane far, far away, speaking of Larry, in his daydreams, he's always, or in actual dreams, thinking of Patti. She's always thinking of other men. How does that work? But yeah, she was giving a concert at the Lincoln Memorial, and things are great between the two of us. And we have more hair, apparently. Still have a comically oversized head. But other than that, you awaken with a start to hear the stewardess say, "Why, Mr. Laffer, is there a problem with your nuts?" There's your thumbnail right there. Always smiling. I love it. Alright. Voice crackles through the intercom speaker above your head. Please tighten your seatbelts and return your tray tables to their fully upright and locked position. We'll be landing momentarily. Here we go. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.